All right, so I'm just about done out here. I'm actually looking for my release that I lost last year crawling through these fields, because there was some deer up over there, somewhere around over there, if I can point in the right place. Actually, they were up over there. And I was crawling, and my release and my rangefinder were knocking together. So I took my rangefinder out and of my pocket, you know, the little pocket you got in the hoodie thing in the front, and apparently my rangefinder was what was holding my release in. So needless to say, I just kept crawling and I lost my release. So now I'm looking for that. But regardless of that part, so now I got that up there all cleaned up, and got some clover down in there, got some spring mix stuff down in there. So hopefully, it's supposed to rain tonight, and now it's going to start getting hot again, so we can maybe see something grow, get some stuff happening there, and get some good sprouts, and maybe the deer will start liking some of that stuff. Bunch of clover, some oats. Had to look through a lot of the boxes, because a lot of it, the first thing in there was ryegrass. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want ryegrass. That just doesn't do anything for you. So ended up looking through like a whole bunch of their different stuff and found one thing, a whole big bag of it for like $20. So I grabbed that, and then I grabbed some of the Antler King stuff that is strictly clover and one other item in it. So they were all that stuff and no ryegrass in either one of them. So that's kind of what I picked and got that out over there. Hopefully the warm weather and that will actually, you know, it'll be a start to something. And hopefully this year the farmer doesn't cut it all down, because the farmer last year in the fall cut everything down, even though we told him not to. And then we'll be good to go. But batteries changed in 6 of 9, and cameras, but one of the cameras is dead, so I gotta go talk to them about that, and we'll see how pictures come and things move forward. So keep tuning in, see how the year progresses with, you know, full fledged, you know, land management. We're going to be chopping down more trees. I need to, over there, apparently a quarter of that trail runs across a different property, and we had, I don't want to say a run-in, but there was a little dispute over whose trail that is, because it starts on our property, runs through for about 30 feet on his property on the corner of it, and then goes back onto ours. And he was saying it's all his, but we have the survey and the land survey and everything showing that it's not, except for about that 20 or 30 feet of it. So I'm gonna have to put the fence back up over there and cut down a new section kind of in the middle and drive a trail through that way, and take our side of the trail, close it off, take our side of the trail on the other side, close it off, and get that cut through. And then we have the same thing over there. The fence is up, but the dude has a stand about 30, maybe about 40 yards off the property line. And even though he says, I'm not hunting towards it, you know, his stand's facing the field. So it's like, no, it's pretty obvious you're hunting the field. So, so we're going to be cleaning that up this year as well, and hopefully start getting a little bit more deer. I think this year we're going to be a little more picky with some of the deer, and not shooting some of the smaller ones. And definitely after probably beginning to mid-November, not shooting any does. Kind of like last year, we started not shooting does after the middle of November. So yeah, hopefully we can start seeing some growth, and with the trees getting chopped down and some more cleanup work happening, we're going to get some more deer. We had a fair amount of big deer come through last year towards the end during the rut, which was actually kind of flowing down through here, through the middle of my truck. They were coming down over through there, and they were kind of going down through that way, and there's a big alleyway to another field that goes up over there. I have it in one of my other posts of pinch points of what I did and how it worked and stuff. And I actually shot an 8-point coming through here on the last hunt that I did. I caught in right at daybreak, and sitting in the tree stand, started grunting, and did another round of grunts about a half hour later. And about 7:30 in the morning, probably about right where I'm standing, I saw him. Actually, I think it was a little bit more like right there in the middle of the field, and I saw him. Thankfully I had a tree in front of me because he was behind me, and he just kind of followed the grunt right in, and I shot him at 22 yards, and yeah, his hide's getting tanned, so I'll show that later when I get it back in about another month or two. But the bigger guys were starting to come around because of the cleanup work we've been doing. So ideally we'll be able to get more of that work done to be able to, start holding more deer here. And we got a good enough property, plenty of stuff. I think the biggest thing is as I showed in my other 2 videos earlier today, there's a lot of wreckage in the back side of the property, way back there where I was. So there's going to be a fair amount of cleanup back there, but it'll be good. And I think it's going to be even more prosperous this year, and I think it'll be fun. So like I keep saying, stay tuned to see how this all starts turning out. And hopefully if it turns out well, then we'll have a pretty good successful season. It's pretty fun being out in the woods. It's something I like to do, something I've always liked to do. I've always been in the woods since I was little, and then yeah, so I will talk with you guys later, and just stay on, subscribe or like my Instagram page, because that's where it is now for now. Maybe since this portion of the video is a little longer, maybe I'll upload it to our YouTube channel, which has 4 subscribers. So rock on there, and we hopefully stuff will start growing, because this stuff's really good, and it's a lot of fun, and it's great being outdoors. So I will talk with you guys later.